Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back to the beautiful A330-900 Neo. We'll be doing a flight from Cleveland, Ohio to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, then we'll do a stopover in Milwaukee and finish our flight out going from Milwaukee to Appleton, Wisconsin, ATW. A real flight this aircraft actually does complete. It's not the initial origin, is not Cleveland, but I don't want to do the full leg, so we're gonna do the latter half of the flight here and see how things go. We do have some weather over Indiana that we might run into, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. Let's get inside of the cockpit and get going. Alright, I've gone ahead and already grabbed our clearance, ATIS, and all that stuff, so we're just waiting to taxi. We'll call up the tug.
This is ground. Stand by.
While the tug's getting into position here, let's get our secondary systems, predictive wind shear, all that stuff up and going. Cockpit door is already locked. We'll set our engines to the start position. We already have our information set to the appropriate screen for an engine start. We'll go ahead and turn on our beacon. We'll know we're getting ready to start. APU has gone quiet as we expect. Wait for the tug to call us up.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Alright,
Parking brakes set. Lifting the aircraft.
You can see if you with that light there, you can see our point of reference.
Pushback.
Okay, park brake off.
Please set parking brakes.
Okay.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
I guess we can't release
We
the
are
park
cleared
brake.
for start and push. Parking brakes set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Alright, engine 1 starting.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Take a look outside here. As we clip through this building, and Flight Sim just has an absolute meltdown. Oh my god. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I like the slight delay between the upper and lower beacon. Glowing Cessna in the distance. I don't know if it's a Flight Sim issue, an issue with a mod I've got installed, or, you know, it could just be my computer's finally reached its end of service. But I've had a lot of issues exclusively with Flight Sim, as well as stuttering issues when I'm online in DCS. When I'm not online, it's fine. But when I'm online, it stutters pretty bad. So maybe it's a processor issue, I'm not really sure. But it sucks nonetheless, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we're gonna get turned. Alright, we are turning out onto our hold short pattern. That's gonna be a big bump. Holy smokes. Hang on. No, it wasn't. Alright, it's just uneven looking texture. Where's my hold short? That's pretty. Yeah, okay. Not even remotely close. Alright, let's call up the tower.
Cleared to land runway 6 left, Brickyard 4587.
Well, Brickard, you can just hang on a second.
Cleveland Tower FedEx 224 Heavy ready for IFR departure runway 6 right.
FedEx 224 Heavy altimeter 29.66 wind 218 and 17. Cleared for takeoff runway 6 right.
Alright, there's our takeoff clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 6 right FedEx 224 Heavy.
The sounds on this airplane are absolutely fantastic. Usually do it only on reviews, but for this, I'm just gonna shut up take the airplane off, and then let you guys listen to the sounds of the Neo.
FedEx 224 heavy contact Cleveland departure on 135.875. Good day.
Alright,
135.875 for FedEx 224 Heavy.
let's get out of here. At 29.66, we're still cruising, rocking and rolling out of here. I think I'm going to leave the landing and wing lights on for now. We did clear that weather, though. Looking at our scope, zoom it in here. Yeah, so we're clear of weather, so I'm going to go ahead and shut off our anti-icing, as well as the APU. We had a good departure there. Bring the heat up for us a little bit. And then we'll set our display here for cruise, and that will be that. I will catch you guys once we're at our cruise altitude. Alright, and welcome to our cruise altitude of 36,000 feet. The sun is just beginning to come up as we are passing overhead Gary, Indiana. That weather has actually moved out of the area, and even if it hadn't, still no factor. We passed right over it. So we're coming over Gary, Indiana now. We're at our cruise altitude. We've got Milwaukee, our final destination, right here. So, enough time to kick back, relax, and enjoy, I don't know, grab a beverage or something. Alright, we have our first leg of descent. We're coming down from 36,000 to 24,000, flight level 240. I've got our speed brakes at half deployment just to aid our descent rate. We'll come out of cons in a second here. Those lovely, lovely contrails behind us will depart temporarily until we get airborne again from Milwaukee to Appleton. You can see the curve of Lake Michigan just behind us. Well, it's partially under the clouds, but you can vaguely make it out. Obviously, busy, bustling city lights between Gary and Chicago to the north, and then absolute darkness, which is Lake Michigan. Coming up on that right-hander, let's take a look outside as we go into a sharp right-hander while descending. Airbus is under full control here.
127.075 FedEx 224 Heavy.
Yeah, I'm not getting my callouts for my COM 2. I guess let's change to COM 1 for now. There we go.
Chicago
See if we can hear him this way.
224 Heavy is at flight level 285, descending flight level 240.
FedEx 224 Heavy, Chicago
Okay, we
Center.
can at least hear him now.
Repair as planned.
Coming up on that right-hander, let's take a look outside as we go into a sharp right-hander while descending. Airbus is under full control here.
127.075 FedEx 224 Heavy.
Yeah, I'm not getting my callouts for my COM 2. I guess let's change to COM 1 for now.
Chicago
See if we can hear him this way.
224 Heavy is at flight level 285, descending flight level 240.
FedEx 224 Heavy, Chicago
Okay, we
Center.
can at least hear him now.
Repair as planned.
Alrighty, we are coming up on our final approach altitude of 2,700 feet. I'm going to go ahead and turn on our landing lights and fire up our APU as we've crossed below our 10,000 foot threshold. We come through some clouds here. We'll see if we get any icing. I'm debating on. We'll just turn on our anti-icing devices. Better safe than sorry. Throw on the wing lights as we continue.
1446, contact Chicago Center on 135.5546.
Not sure if it's just the mod or an overhaul they did with the lighting system, but I really like that big balloon you get with landing lights now. You know, that's how landing lights are. If you're looking at them on an airplane, they look like this, and the reflection is really what gets me. Let's go look at that up close. Look at that reflection. That's really good, in my opinion. Oh, perfect. These are clouds. We're descending through. Just a quick wisp of clouds. Another right-hand turn. As we come into the southeastern Wisconsin area, I believe we're just now crossing the state line.
FedEx 224 Heavy,
No,
contact
we're over the state
Chicago
line.
Center on
Well over the state line.
125.1. Good day.
1251, FedEx 224 Heavy, thank you.
125.1 FedEx 224 Heavy.
It's something that,
Chicago Center FedEx 224 Heavy is passing 3,700 feet, descending 2,700 feet.
828, contact Chicago Center on 133.
can I get an altimeter setting?
Good day. FedEx 224 Heavy, Chicago
Alright.
Center altimeter 29.901, continue to TAA Idaho as planned. United 1263, contact Chicago Center on
Okay,
133.3.
still on there.
Good day.
And you can see General Mitchell in the distance.
On 118.0. Good day.
18.0, FedEx 224 Heavy.
118.0 for FedEx 224 Heavy. Milwaukee approach FedEx 224
all
Heavy.
happening really quick.
2,800 feet.
FedEx 224 Heavy, Milwaukee approach altimeter 29.901, continue to TAA Idaho as planned.
So what I was going to say before is, it's something that it was a very small thing, an FSX.
224 Heavy, you are 20 miles west. Maintain present heading and altitude, expect ILS runway 1 left approach via geotax transition. Cleared to geotax. FedEx 224 Heavy, you are 20 miles west of Milwaukee. Contact Milwaukee Tower on 124.575 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 124.575 FedEx 224 Heavy.
Call up the tower.
Milwaukee Tower FedEx 224 Heavy, 18 miles west inbound ILS runway 1 left approach.
FedEx 224 Heavy, Milwaukee Tower. Altimeter 29.901, wind speed
Final altimeter is 299.1.
Cleared
I don't think we're going to shoot the ILS. We've got enough for visual here.
ILS runway 1 left approach FedEx 224 Heavy.
Anyway, what I was saying before is in FSX, and I think X-Plane also, you were able to actually mute your pilot voice. And I would do that a lot, so I would have the controller ATC talk to me, and then I would actually talk back, and, you know, I was just acknowledging it through the 1 key, but that seems to be not an option in Flight Sim 2020, unfortunately. But what can you do? Okay, let's keep slowing down here. Go ahead and arm our speed brakes. Oh, there's the sun. Look at the sun coming out there amongst our dirty, dirty windshield. One left, so I think that's the runway we're going to shoot for. Flaps and gear. All that thud never ceases to ice. We're going to leave anti-icing on for the duration of our landing then. That's got to be that runway there. Again, if you were doing this in real life, you'd have an AFD up. Well, obviously not in real life. I'm sitting in a desk chair.
18 miles southeast inbound RNAV runway 1 right approach.
Southwest, 4105, Milwaukee Tower.
So the runway is going to be
this direction. 43 is 44. Cleared RNAV runway 1 right approach.
Cleared RNAV runway 1 right approach southwest 4105.
Southwest 2815, turn next taxiway.
Work with me here. You can do it, Airbus. Have to crosswind.
Southwest 2815, exit runway when able.
On the right, actually. Saying 1 left this whole time.
Southwest 2815, contact ground on 121.8.
Should we just let it renav itself over there?
121.8 southwest 2815.
As our outer marker audio. Flaps are full. A second here, I'm going to take over.
FedEx 224 heavy wind 324 at 22. Cleared to land runway 1 left.
Clear to land 1 left.
Cleared to land runway 1 left FedEx 224 Heavy.
I need to make a quick phone call. I'm going to pause the simulation here and make that phone call, and I'll be right back. Right, ever important phone call over and dealt with. Let's finish this landing up.
Southwest 4105, turn next taxiway. Southwest 4105, turn next taxiway.
Okay, autopilot off my airplane. I'm gonna let the auto throttle do its thing until we're right over the numbers. Holy crap, this is a crosswind. I have to start crabbing like no one's business here. They did say 10 right. It's just a heavy crosswind coming off of the lake is all. Sometimes to get to where you're going, you need to fly a little uncoordinated, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
$1,000.
Oh, weird audio glitch. Did not like that.
$500. $400.
Oh, this is 7 right. Well, explains why it's a bigger crosswind than I was expecting.
100.
We're gonna finalize,
50. 40.
continue with our
30.
landing.
20.
Oh, we're way
10,
past the touchdown
5.
zone.
FedEx 224 heavy contact ground on 121.8.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. FedEx 224 is a little busy. That was almost really bad.
Going to 121.8 FedEx 224 heavy.
Okay, in through 60. Reversers off. I'm gonna need you to stop. Oh, we used that whole runway. Holy smokes. Alright. Flaps coming up. Speed brake coming in. That is the runway we were supposed to land on, I think. 0? No, it's not. Whatever. Hello? I would like to turn to the right, please. One right. That's the runway we were supposed to land on. Whatever. Still down safe, so. Okay, let's finish our cleanup here. It's not giving me options to, oh, that's the wrong one. It's not giving me options to taxi to the gate or to parking. So, we're just going to do that on our own. Well, that's that done. I will get back to you guys once we're pulling up in our gates, and we'll get set for our next leg. Pretty sparse looking over here. It's not nearly this sparse at the actual airport, but you know, Bing's doing the best they can. You know, it's so I've seen a lot of entries from not entries, but a lot of interest in the flight sim community from the Google Maps add-on as far as textures go. And it is slightly better looking in most cases, I will admit that. But to me, it just doesn't seem worth the added risk, I guess. So the vast majority of flights that I do are in and out of larger cities anyway. So your Bing Maps and Google Maps photogrammetry is going to be pretty much the same, regardless of where you actually, or which service you end up going with. And, you know, Google Maps only really excels in, you know, areas where maybe Bing Maps doesn't have data, like, you know, China or parts of Russia, stuff like that. And you're talking, you know, like countryside. You know, obviously if you're flying, you know, from Beijing to Moscow or something like that, you're still going to have your data. So, you know, unless you're flying low or something like that, I suppose. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and park up here. APU bleed on. APU's running unstable. Let's go ahead and shut down. And we'll let them offload us. And we'll get geared up for the next leg here. Alright, and we are geared up for leg 2 and our final leg of the day. You may notice a change in the scenery around our airplane. That's because I am an idiot, and I went to the wrong section of the airport. We are at the actual freight area now. You can see, obviously, there's all of the pallets and such around us. I took us over here. It's not where the freight is. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get underway here. Okay, and here we are on board. Let's go ahead and grab clearance. We've already grabbed the latest ATIS.
Clearance delivery FedEx 224 Heavy IFR to Appleton, ready to copy.
FedEx 224 Heavy is cleared to Appleton Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 1 left, climb and maintain 8,000
Make sure it's
feet.
actually 1 left this time.
Departure frequency is 125.35 squawk 7767.
Oh, 7767. Go ahead and read back.
FedEx 224 Heavy cleared to Appleton Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 1 left, climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure on 125.35 squawk 7767.
FedEx 224 Heavy read
Oh,
back direct.
big lag spike.
Contact ground on 121.8. Good day.
Okay, here comes our lift.
Standing by for pushback.
Let's push back.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
It's just so loud
Cleared for push
compared to
start.
the rest of the
Please
sim.
release parking brake.
Brakes off.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Oh, this frame rate is atrocious. I don't know if it's just... Alright, clean and easy startup complete. Let's go ahead and call ground for an IFR taxi.
Milwaukee ground FedEx 224 Heavy with Charlie ready to taxi IFR.
FedEx 224 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 1 left by a taxiway Alpha 4 Alpha 1 cross runway 25 left Romeo 5. Contact tower.
Okay, and here we are at the hold short. Let's call up the tower.
Milwaukee Tower FedEx 224 Heavy at runway 1 left, ready for departure IFR to Appleton.
FedEx 224 Heavy altimeter 29.9 1 wind 304 at 27. Cleared for takeoff runway 1 left.
Alright, and we are clear for
Cleared for
takeoff.
takeoff runway 1 left FedEx 224 Heavy.
Okay, flight director on. Set. Alright, let's do a no delay departure. Off. Still fighting a good cross when I got a lot of right rudder in right now. Come on, stop fighting me. Go airborne. Positive rate gear coming up.
FedEx 224 Heavy contact Milwaukee departure on 125.35. Good day.
Going to 125.35 FedEx 224
Oh, my
Heavy.
radio's bugged out. Alright, let's... Frozen? There we go. Look at what we can see of Milwaukee. We're at water treatment facility there. Should be a pretty quick and easy flight. Daybreak is officially upon us. Sun has risen fairly healthy. Alright, there's 8,000. Coming up on 8,000, I should say. I get these weird pops whenever I go from outside back into the cockpit. That's weird. I don't like it. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I hate it. Weather should be no factor for us. Actually, no. So there's Green Bay. Appleton's just south of it. So we're just maybe getting into some weather. Alright, and we are back in Appleton, just about to pass overhead Oshkosh, actually. The world-famous Whitman... There it is. 2-9er.
Descend and maintain 2,900 feet FedEx 224 Heavy.
And we're going to roll our speed down as well. And 7-0. Bump some spoilers. 2,900, please.
FedEx 224 Heavy, you are 18 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 30 approach via Kuki transition. Cleared to Kuki.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 30 approach via Kuki transition. Cleared to Kuki FedEx 224 Heavy.
Well, nonetheless, below us now is Whitman Regional. Oshkosh. I've done plenty of videos here. Famous for AirVenture, one of the world's biggest aviation expeditions, all different kinds of airplanes, from experimentals, military, even commercial jets. There's quite often UPS will bring a 7-4 in. Why is this aircraft not descending? Okay, we're gonna go manual. Oh, is it because I haven't? Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I'm too fast. Drop some flaps. Landing lights coming on. APU. We will start. Don't need the wing lights. No icing here.
FedEx 224 Heavy, please.
Working on it.
Descend 2,900 feet.
Working on it. Working on it. Full spoilers. Appleton's just off of the nose out there. You can see runway 30 right there. One more notch of flaps. Dusting smattering of snow in the area. That's actually pretty realistic. We did get a little bit of snow in this area earlier today. Most of it did either melt or sublimate. But there's little bits here and there. Lovely scenery to take in here. downtown Neenah. This building here actually doesn't exist anymore. It was demolished a couple of years ago, I actually think. Data Care Hospital, twin helipads. I've done a couple landings at these helipads in Flight Sim. Cool, interesting. One of the waterworks for, I believe that's Neenah's waterworks, and then Menasha's are farther north. Here somewhere, I believe. Oh, right there. Been to that plant as well. During those tanks, those are scary at night, let me tell you. Alright, let's get our next vector. Okay, so we just got our tower clearance. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
FedEx 224, Heavy Appleton Tower. Altimeter 29.907 wind tree, 2118. Cleared ILS, runway 30 approach.
Yeah, we're not doing ILS, we're shooting a visual.
FedEx 224 Heavy.
9 or 9 or 7. Okay, one final sweep. Everything's looking good, minus this absolutely terrible audio issue I'm having, but I don't know what to do about that. Just bear with me.